Hey guys, welcome back to GBO, your women's gear review channel. Today we are reviewing the Sympl Motion Sling.
That's ISO?
Things are especially fun for the female body. I will run through a fit check and all the kind of pros and cons, what it's for, what it's not for, just to give you an idea and then hopefully help you decide if this is the right sling for you. And if there is anything that I haven't answered, then you can definitely just write a wee comment below and I will get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking with the summary of this sling. So this sling is designed for life in motion, hence the name, with the organization being the key component of the sling. This is compact to make your adventures easy, from commuting life, hiking, snapping shots, boogieing on down at a concert. This sling will definitely keep you prepared. The sling is priced at $99 and the dimensions are 10 inches by 6.5 inches by 3 inches, and it is a volume of 3 liters and it does weigh 12 ounces, so it is definitely lightweight. This sling is made up of padded fox fur on the inside pockets, YKK AquaGuard zippers, waterproof materials with Cordura Recore nylon. So what that kind of means is that this material is made up of recycled pre-consumer waste material, delivering high quality whilst keeping it absolutely sustainable as possible. The exterior is made of 100% recycled Cordura with that Recore nylon. The interior lined with fabric made from 100% post-consumer plastic bottles, and all packaging is recyclable, biodegradable and FSC certified. So regarding shipping, free standard shipping to addresses in the US, but the following locations don't qualify for free shipping and they will have to pay a fee. I will pop them up on the screen here. So depending on your country, there is different flat fees and I will pop them up as best as I can on screen here, or you can head over to their website and check that out. So they do offer a limited lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects in the materials and workmanship, meaning if the product fails due to defect in the materials or workmanship, then you're covered for replacement or repairing. I do really want to big up Sympl for their sustainability and their efforts in doing so, and they do that whilst producing just amazing kind of gear. We are also reviewing one of their backpacks as well, so that will be up soon too. I am definitely someone who is iffy about textures and the feels of material, but I have to say this is definitely something that is very sleek and the feel of it is really nice. It is that kind of water resistant material, so you do know that everything is protected, especially with the kind of PU coating here on the zips as well. Nothing is seeping into this. So over on their website, they have a section for women's bag and they do have a crossbody bag over there for that if you want to check that out. I don't know if it means no women are allowed to wear this, which is ludicrous, but definitely I find it very interesting in how advertisement is made for these kind of like styles of bags, because most of the time it does go amiss in terms of the female body and how that's going to look. But I would definitely say this is for everyone and anyone. Okay, let's get into the features of this sling. So if you are someone who loves a bit of organization, then just go ahead and buy this sling, because there is different compartments in here that is going to keep everything intact and organized. I'm not a fan of organization, but I just feel like I will get into this a bit further, but this definitely has a purpose for it. I do kind of prefer organization if I was to prefer any on a sling, because I just feel like with a backpack, it's on my back, I chuck it in and go. But with this, I can have it in the position where it's here. I open it up and there it is all organized. I would rather that than a backpack, to be honest, because I find it more satisfying opening this and everything being in place than I would with a backpack. So let's talk about the brand, and it is definitely simplistic with this kind of style. Here you have a lovely little bit of logo here on the front. It is embedded within these custom pillars. These are YKK zips as well, so it just falls in neatly with that kind of premium style of hardware. Then on the back here you have some branding here in this kind of seatbelty kind of material here. That's nice if you want to hang it over anything as well. Do you know what it's handy for? If you are carrying luggage and you don't want to have this on you anymore, then you can kind of slip that over that as well. And it's definitely subtle, so it's not too in your face and it's not overdone with the whole branding. So the front kind of zip here, I am in love with hood zips now. I don't know what it is, but I just find it so convenient and so just in terms of like keeping your hardware to last longer, and also just for that kind of like sleekless look, like how that sits instead of it just like flopping out. Then you can kind of tuck it in there and it goes well with the whole aesthetics of this sling. So inside here, you just have simply space, but it kind of just does run a bit. Just for a wee idea of size in here, I have this DS and that fits nicely in there with still some room on the sides as well. So that kind of just stops here and then you have plenty of room there. And inside this pocket, you do have a wee key lash, which is super handy with it being on the front and also kind of tucked away, and with that kind of anti-theft purpose, with it being on your front, just be careful when it's on. If you're swinging it around and having it on that side or that kind of style, then just be aware of that front pocket. But having it on front, you shouldn't have any issues. And then this is your kind of like gatekeeper kind of key lash. There is no like retractableness to it, but it does the job grand, and that is in there. Maybe what would have been nice to see throughout the bag is some RFID blocking, just to give you that kind of added protection as well for on the go. So then back from this, you have your second pocket here, and this is where it starts popping off, because you've got this kind of like opening, but you're stopped here so it doesn't flim right open. So when you have it here, you can kind of see light's getting in, nice bright interior. It just opens nicely and then you can see everything. So you've got two mesh pockets here on the front. You kind of got this elastic little band too that you can plop a pen or anything small enough that you can fit through there. The mesh and stuff is lovely and the elastic is elasticated. There is definitely plenty of room to fit smaller items in there should you wish to. And then you have this kind of zip pocket as well, which is really nice. And inside, this kind of makes it great for any kind of tech gear goers, anyone who's putting in like USB ports or smaller items, or even things for like their camera gear or hard drives. Then you can just plop them into this little pocket here and know that it is secured. Then beside that is another kind of organization pocket. Now this mesh is different from the other mesh on this side, because this is kind of like that softer mesh. This is definitely a lot more rougher, but that's just nice in terms of the feel. And they have that on like Peak Designs bags as well, so that's nice too. And then on the back here you have a magnetic close and a fleece lined pocket. So this can be ideal for any more delicate items that you might have, such as glasses, phone, and it runs 8.5 inches across, so 21 centimeters, and 5.5 inches down, which is 14 centimeters. And I do love this wee magnetic close because it is super helpful for whatever reason that you might tip your bag over. Then hopefully it's not going to fall out, but it's just a wee fun feature. So again, plenty of organization here to work with. If you're someone who has smaller kind of camera gear, like you're vlogging or whatever, and you're having this here, then this is easy to just get out and shoot your shot. I would opt to maybe put your own kind of padding around your camera gear. It's fine in there because it is that water resistant material, but I would just opt to have just added protection. You can never protect enough. So in terms of the next pocket here, you have more organization. Again, with that kind of pen holder elastic here, and also you've got your two lovely mesh, the kind of rougher mesh here. Makes it handy for placing just smaller items into, and then you can use the rest of the space for any bigger items that you want, or you could just be like me and shove it all in. The kind of elastics here is then again with just more organization for smaller items that you can attach around. Again, organizer's dream. Slinger is right in front of you here. Then you have this kind of back pocket here. There is no fox fur here. There is a magnetic close. This does run for a 9-inch tablet. It does run 9 inches across and about 6 inches from the bottom up. So that just gives you a rough idea if you kind of want to try and go bigger or not. For me, I don't own an iPad or anything like that, so I haven't really used that pocket much, but it's there. So when you first receive this bag, this is where you will find your kind of detachable strap that will be in there, all neatly compact together. It's absolutely beautiful, but I'll get into that in a minute. Let's go on to the final kind of back pocket here, which is your main anti-theft style pocket, because it's the one that's going to be closest to your either body on the front here or your back, where you can place maybe your passport or any kind of cards and things like that. This is where definitely I would have loved to have seen, maybe, even though it is close to your body, maybe just RFID blocking to just enhance that kind of anti-stiffness. So let's move on to the straps here. Usually I'm not a fan of the whole kind of seatbelt material style here, but I feel like it goes with the whole urban feel and making it cool, hip and funky. There is some branding here on the kind of sides. Again, just really up in this kind of premium style. For the $99, you really do get a lot with this kind of sling. And then it is attachable and reattachable, detachable with the kind of gatekeeper here, which is absolutely lovely and really easy to do. I've really found with this kind of hardware that it's been a pain in the bum. So that was nice to know that that was just a bit more less rigid, let's say. And then you have this magnetic clipperoo hardware here, which is super handy for just getting that on and off. And you can again adjust this to your kind of own build and height as well. Let's get into a fit check, comfortability, and whether or not this has passed the female body test. So I took this back to Ireland with me to have a test with it, like out and about and stuff. And I definitely found in terms of like comfortability and everything, I had no issues. You can definitely style this how you want to and how you need to. I'm really, really lazy. So usually I just like it to be the perfect fit when I get it on. Like put it on, spoilt or what. But this is the kind of fit that I like, and I like it on my front. You can absolutely opt to have it on your back as well if you wanted to go for this kind of style, which is handy enough because sometimes you just get sick of it being in the way, or if you just want to swing it around, get out what you need and then swing your arm back. It's definitely really comfortable. I would say this might not be as nice of a feel if anyone who has like the kind of sensory issues or just a bit of allergic or rubbing or anything like that. If this is on bare skin, it does get a bit annoying. But in terms of fit and everything like that, I think it just goes with this whole overall cool like style. So I do wonder in terms of being suitable for anyone who does have a bigger chest area and how far this would stick out and how kind of bulky it would become, which is a shame because it is kind of great in terms of it being tapered to your body. But if you are thinking about that kind of curvage here, if that's going to stick out, is that something that's going to bother people? Do let me know in the comments what you think about that. What are your thoughts on the kind of style and shape in terms of a fit for female and male bodies? Like, how do you find it fits? Is it too claustrophobic? Is it too close to your body? Is it too far away from your body? I want to know. So let's run through some pros and cons of this motion sling. So first up is sustainability. I absolutely love how sustainable the brand is and are trying to be. The organization is absolutely wonderful. Although I'm not a huge fan of it, I can see the kind of double purpose for it and it is great. The water kind of resistant material, which just helps in terms of having any kind of tech gear or any kind of gear in here and just keeping your valuables dry. So I am someone who loves to have a water bottle or a travel kind of mug with me. Just as an example, you have your 500ml Super Spiral here, which fits in nicely. It's just the lid that kind of compromises the space. They're both 500ml. You can definitely shove this in. If this is a kind of water bottle that you have that has like an awkward lid, you could still kind of get it in, but just a wee bit of resistance. And then this here is a different style of lid and you can plop that in. And as you can see, you can fit it in well. Does kind of compromise the organization here if you're putting it in the back, but then you have the rest of the bag to enjoy the organization. In terms of cons then, it's not really a con, more of an observation. I would just love to have a bit more of these kind of zipped hoods for the zips throughout the bag to just kind of go in line with this sleekness of this bag. Is it too bulky? Like, if I find that I pack this out, it does sit out further. So that's what I was saying. Like, if you are kind of bustier, then it's going to be out even further. So for that, then I would just kind of, if it was getting a bit too bulky and I found that it was kind of getting in the way, like if I was just maneuvering about, then I just swing it around the back. But that is something to think about. That's just because you'd be using kind of all the organization components. Most of the time I have it just at its kind of smallest form because I am really just someone who chucks things in. And just to mention the RFID blocking, I would have loved to see maybe some of that within this sling. Overall, this is ideal for anyone wanting a compact organizer with having to, like, they don't have to lug a backpack around with them, or they could opt to have a backpack and this sling in front. So using everything in your backpack to have for say tech gear and stuff, and then in the front here you could have all your little bits of organization as well. And what this is great for too is the fact that you can detach these and put this inside your bag. So it is easy because of the flexibility to just kind of compile it and shove it down, and you could use it for city breaks or whatever and packing it away. But what it is also great for is the fact that you can use this as your kind of tech accessory. So you could take off the straps if you wanted to and use this just purely for having a tech pouch, which is absolutely great. And you kind of just get 2 for 1 here. I wouldn't personally use this as kind of like an active going up a hike kind of bag, just in terms of the lack of airflow and the comfortability after long periods of time, especially if you are wearing a thinner top and a bit like myself, sweating to death before you even get up 2 steps. So this wouldn't definitely be something I would use for an active backpack, but it is great for commuting, city breaks, and it is stylish.
Hey guys, I'm Bradley and this is Kazi. We are from Dream Big, Travel Far.
And we are running weekly gear giveaways in collaboration with Gear by Orla.
And if you want to be in with a chance to win, then hit that subscribe button and go to the first link in the description to join the newsletter.
Be sure to check your inbox every week to see if you are that week's lucky winner. We'll see you there.
When I was back home in Ireland, my mother made a great point in terms of this bike being great for those who have medication. So my mum and my sister are both type 1 diabetics, and she was saying how great this is to just organize your medication and have it on the front of your body should you want to, in terms of the kind of water resistant material too. And also for anyone who is unable to have a backpack on their back, then they want something that's on the front, but they want to have enough space and organization as well. Then this is great in terms of it being flexible. So it's not rigid, like if you are bending over or anything like that. And it's just simple to kind of detach and reattach, and it's just adaptable. So that is our review on this Motion Sling here. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not go ahead and join the GBO community by hitting that subscribe button. We would be forever grateful for that, and thank you for watching. And if I haven't said it, thank you again for everyone who has subscribed and is continues to subscribe. We are internally and externally grateful, and it does not go unappreciated, let me tell you that. So thank you so very much. Bye.